You might not believe it, but many of the things that are being pushed as healthy aren't. Some of these foods are so bad for you that they can cause serious health problems like diabetes, heart disease, or even cancer. In today's video, I'm going to show you the 8 most dangerous foods you should always avoid, even if they are marketed as healthy, to protect your health and keep serious health problems from showing up. The problem is that many of these foods are not only unhealthy, but some of them are even dangerous to eat. Let's take milk as an example. Number 1. Milk has been heavily advertised as healthy for decades, with claims that it helps calcify your bones, promotes growth, and makes you stronger. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. The truth is that humans have evolved for thousands of years to drink human breast milk, not cow milk. To prove this, a new study has found that drinking milk is directly linked to a terrible neurological disease. Number 1. Fruit juice. If you didn't know this already, I'll tell you that drinking fruit juice can be bad for you. This might come as a surprise, but consider this. When you drink a glass of orange juice, for example, you're eating the equivalent of 4 medium-sized oranges in a matter of seconds. Now compare this to how long it would take you to eat 4 oranges by themselves if you had to peel them and eat them whole. Number 2. If you drink fruit juice, it's like giving your body a shot of sugar, which can lead to insulin resistance and, if things get worse, diabetes. If you want to eat fruits, you should always eat them whole, not as fruit juices. If you want to improve your sugar metabolism and help prevent or treat conditions like diabetes, etc., you should never drink fruit juice. Number 3. Soy is a heavily advertised food that is not good for you, especially if you're a man. Contrary to what most people think, most soy grown today is genetically modified to make the plant resistant to toxic insecticides that later end up in people's bodies. It has been linked to allergic rhinitis, asthma, breast cancer, kidney disease, remedial cancer, urinary bladder cancer, and many other serious health problems. On top of that, soy is a phytoestrogen, which means it speeds up the production of estrogen in both men and women. To make matters worse, elevated estrogen should only be high in women, not men, so be careful. The 4th, you shouldn't eat cow milk made with cow's milk, cow milk by humans at all. The human body can handle human breast milk because when we were babies, it made an enzyme called lactase that can break down the lactose in human breast milk. The problem is that as we get older, our bodies stop making lactase because we should be moving on to regular food. This is why most people have lactose intolerance. Their bodies can't break down milk. This can lead to gas, bloating, stomach cramps, and diarrhea. So be careful and don't drink cow's milk. Cow milk is not made for people to eat. It's made for cows. This is just one more reason why. Multiple sclerosis is a terrible neurological disease in which the person feels electric shocks, goes numb, or even loses their sight. You should not drink cow's milk. Number 5. GMO corn or microwave popcorn. GMO corn and microwave popcorn are both very important things you should avoid at all costs. Let's not forget that most corn grown today is genetically modified corn. If you're not familiar with genetically modified foods, these are organisms like plants or animals that have been genetically modified to be produced in massive quantities. Now, the problem with using these organisms as food is that the human body is not yet adapted to eat or digest these artificial substances. Let's think about this for a moment. We've adapted to digest specific foods for thousands of years. Our cells, organs, and every tissue recognizes these substances as valid sources for nutrients. Now, this becomes a problem if we modify the DNA structure of these foods from one day to the next and start consuming them, ignoring the fact that something very important has changed. Our bodies are not prepared to digest ethically modified foods, and as a result, we can suffer serious digestive health conditions. So next time you want to eat popcorn, simply pop your own corn at home. Buy organic popcorn and use coconut oil or even butter to prepare it at home. Number 6. When I use the term farm to meat, I mean 6 factory farmed meats. I am referring to meat that comes from cows that are raised in confined spaces with artificial food rations and not grass at all. You see, cattle that are raised in confined areas are usually fed hormones, drugs, antibiotics, and unnatural diets that contain chemical pesticides, fertilizers, etc. In summary, the worst of the worst. Now, the problem is that if these cattle are consuming these chemicals, you are. My advice is to always buy Smith from a known local source. Try to find a farmer you can trust or a grocery store that sells organic grass-fed beef. Don't forget that this makes a bigger difference than you think. Number 7. Cooking oils. This is very important. Try not to eat hydrogenated oils as much as you can. These oils are very bad for your health. Vegetable oils like corn, sunflower, or even canola are highly inflammatory and not healthy at all. These oils are usually made with genetically modified grains and are partially hydrogenated, which is obviously not good for you. Diabetes, cancer, digestive problems, obesity, and heart disease, sexual dysfunctions, vision gets worse with high cholesterol, among other things. This group of foods is probably one of the worst you can eat, so try not to use vegetable oils at all. Instead, use pure, cold-pressed, extra virgin coconut oil, olive oil, and all these other healthy oils in the human diet. By the way, coconut oil is one of the best for cooking, and I have a whole video about the health benefits of coconuts. I think you should check it out right after the show. Number 8. Sugar substitutes. Millions of people will do anything to lose weight, but artificial sugars should be avoided at all costs. In the past few years, hundreds of studies have shown that artificial sweeteners are very bad for people who use them every day. These unhealthy sugar substitutes can cause problems with digestion and even cause diabetes. Many studies have also linked artificial sweeteners to other serious health problems, such as allergies, bladder cancer, brain tumors, headaches due to breast cancer, hypertension, and believe it or not, morning sickness. So be careful and don't eat any artificial sweets. Always remember that the best foods to eat are organic foods that you know come from a reliable source. If you know where it comes from and you know it can help you, it's hard to go wrong. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to help. If you like the video, make sure to subscribe and click the bell button for more video updates. Thanks for watching.